when you're a child and you're at school anyway, you kind of always think, oh, you know, look at the control that this adult has over a group of students, and you think, wow, that's something that I'd like to do. But I think I wasn't fully aware that I wanted to teach until I left university and I went coaching. I coached in America for 3 months, and after that I thought this is something that I could do, and then I thought, well, can I do it more than just in relation to sport? So where could I work that would have a wider impact on students, or on children, sorry. So yeah, then I thought teaching was the one, so I did some work experience in a school, got a job in a school for 2.5 years, and then got onto my teacher training, and I haven't looked back since, really. It's a crazy day, students kind of running around everywhere, getting to different lessons, trying to remember the names of 400 students or more is always a challenge, but no, I think I like it. I adapt to the surroundings, and I think I prefer this a lot more than maybe sitting at a desk, typing away, doing something like that. Because I know that every single student wants to learn, whether they show you or not. They always want to. So it's a profession that you want to get into if at the end of every day you want to walk home or drive home or however you do, you know, and say, today I've made a difference to a young person's life. And it could be on a short-term scale, that one lesson was really good and that student has said, "Sir, that was a really good lesson, thanks for that, I learned a lot." Or if at the end of year 11, at the end of their educational journey, they come to you and say, "I've got where I am today because of you." And I think it's a very rewarding profession in that sense, that you are making a difference to people around you. In terms of progression, there's obviously 2 routes that you could go towards. There's head of department, assistant head principal, or you can go towards the pastoral routes, which are heads of years, where you get a lot more communication with students, that allows you to speak to them outside of school and kind of find out what sort of lifestyle that they're coming from, because it's quite easy to forget that these students have often very difficult or vulnerable lifestyles that you don't know about. So there's always a way for you to get, you know, to progress in that sense, that you can have an impact on kind of external impacts to the classroom, I think is what I mean. But obviously you don't have to stay in education itself. You can move on to further education, which is students who want to take up a career in sport. You can be a part of that as a college lecturer. And then there's higher education, where you can go into lecturing itself, where students they know what they want to do, and you are that pathway for them getting there. But also, I mean, one example I always look at is Paul Clement, who's the current Derby County manager. He was a PE teacher. Stuart Lancaster, the England rugby coach, he was a PE teacher, and he kind of found that drive for sport. They thought that they could really impact people through sport, and they kind of went off into professional coaching. So it's always an option that I think maybe I'd like to do as well one day.
I went to the Gambia over the summer, and I did 2 weeks working in a primary school over there, and that was just, I mean, they had so little resources.
Just turn up to the interviews and see what it's like. At least try something out first before you put that label on it.